hip hop, hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
Ant,
hop,
oh
hip
God,
hop,
what's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal.
Okay,
It don't matter
if this
you
don't
a
stop,
rookie or at your
this what it feel. This what it's gonna feel like. That money that y'all lost on TV revenue Wednesday, it could be like that from here on in. So I'm glad they did it that day, and give them a taste. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Give them a taste of it, and then let them see what they would be missing if they continue not to follow. You know, the just make it humane, man. All we asking for humane service, and we ain't asking for nothing extra. Treat us like you do. I mean, you let a white boy walk up and down the street with a gun, and then you give him water and take him to his house and let him sleep in his bed, while this man is shot 7 times in the back. Remember back in the old West days, you know, in the Westerns, man, if you got shot in the back, you was considered yellow. You shot somebody in the back, you know what I'm saying? Man, he's a yellow dog. You know? Now you can shoot somebody 7 times, and they trying to make you, and they trying to make the white boy a hero.
Yeah.
Talking about, the dude he shot was a pedophile. How you know he's a pedophile? And how that dude know walking down the street that he gonna shoot a pedophile? They don't know that, man. But that's how they try to make a hero out of them by demonizing the victim.
Yeah.
What do you think about our brother in Terry Crews saying or asking us to boycott Magic City and things like that? Now I don't know what he was trying to do, what he was doing, looking for attention or whatever, but that kind of divisiveness where you see one of us, whether they think it or not, go publicly with it, and it goes, okay, see, he said it. That's right, he said it. What do you think about that?
Man, cats like that, man. I mean, Terry Crews lived in the same city. He lived there. I don't know if he still lives here now. I'm in Pasadena, California.
Okay.
And I see him at the grocery store sometimes, man. Cool dude. See him cool, but the stuff that he's been saying lately, man, you know, when you sell your soul to the devil, dog, when you sell your soul to the devil, ain't no coming back from that, man. Ain't no coming back from that. I don't care how much money they give you or what they tell you, you know, bruh, if you ain't with your people, man, you ain't even got to be with your people. Just be on the right side of human decency, man. I mean, you know, people making a living. I don't got nothing against a man or woman that make a living any way they can, as long as they ain't hurt nobody, as long as they ain't shooting and killing nobody. Hey, man, you make a living the best way you can, bro. You can't come tell nobody, you know, close this here down and close that down. You know, but what about go to Philly and tell them at the Lions Den. Lions Den is a white strip club. Go say that club need to be closed down. Why you got to come to our club? You know,
That's a fact.
Crazy, man. I you know, a lot of stuff Terry been saying lately, man, don't really make sense, bro. I mean, it goes back to when man grabbed his genitals, you know, in front of his wife, man. Any white man that come up to you, man, a big bodybuilder dude, and grab your junk in front of your wife. Obviously, you have to know that man that well.
Yeah, word up.
For him to do something like that in front of your wife, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? His wife should have jumped on him. My wife would have jumped on that dude, man, and I wouldn't have been too far off.
What are you doing?
Yeah, man. So a lot of stuff he's been doing lately, man, really surprised me, man. Because like I said, when I met Terry, you know, a couple of times, man, Terry was a cool cat, man. I mean, kind of quiet, laid back. And the stuff that he's been doing lately, man, I you know, when he didn't stand up for Gabrielle, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely. So a few months ago, and almost 6 months now, you know, everybody was moving around, was doing our thing, and COVID-19 just hit everybody. How did that affect you, and how were you able to make adjustments to COVID-19 with your acting career and everything?
Man, I think I had that junk in December, man.
Damn.
Because I couldn't breathe. I had did a show in Germany, man. I couldn't walk through the airport. Then I came to Texas, man, trying to go through the airport, man. My kids had to help me carry stuff because I couldn't breathe, man. I was coughing. It was jacked up, man. And, you know, as far as the business is concerned, you know, comedians ain't even been able to get on the road, man. Hollywood shut down. So, you know, I just Cat came to me yesterday. He wanted to do a documentary. And I told them I was down with it, man. You know, so they trying to get the money from Netflix and whatever. But it's been dry, man. But the cool thing about it, you know, I'm in the stock market. You know, I got a lot of stocks, man, in different companies. So I'm getting paid now more than I was on the road. So that's one thing that's cool about the whole thing, man.
Have you seen a big change since COVID hit, like in stocks? Have you seen a shift in the market like crazy?
Man, at first it went down a lot. And then all of a sudden, man, that junk just started going back even higher and higher and higher almost every day. High. Like if you own Tesla, man, I bought Tesla at $250 a share. Now it's up to over 2,000, dude.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I bought a lot of shares at 2 something, you know, and yeah, man, it's so. I think, you know, the virus ain't really hurt it. That at first it did. At first, man, it knocked it down way down, and I was like, man, I started panicking, man. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna ride it out. And I rode it out. I'm glad I did because I'd be kicking myself in the butt right now if I didn't.
Sure did. Hell yeah. Smart.
It's affecting jobs as far as, you know, in the acting game and comedy game, man. Nobody working.
Man, it's crazy. So I mean, you've been in comedy, been in acting, and I was reading stuff on you. I didn't know you played for SMU back in the SMU days. Can you give us a little bit of run through? I was watching the 30 for 30 or something on ESPN about
I
didn't even know you were on that team. Talk about that was crazy.
Special, man. It's like we the only team in NCAA history to get hit with the death penalty, man. They took our whole football program for illegal recruiting violations, and they say we was getting paid to play and all that, man. And it was a wild time, but it led me to where I am now, man, because I had to transfer. And in order for me to transfer, I needed 3 hours, man. So I took a acting for non-majors class, man. And I excelled in the class. I was making A's, and I ain't never make A's in no other class. Then I went to University of Missouri, man. I was making A's up in that bad fella. And it was cool, man. So I went to Hollywood, man. Up front, I told my friends, I said, yo, man, true story. I said, man, I'm going to Hollywood and hang with Stallone. And I said, the next time you see me, I'm going to be on TV. I went to Hollywood, man. The first movie I did was Stallone. And the next time they see me, I was on Martin, man. It was crazy, but that's how they worked out. So it worked out.
Definitely. So speaking of Martin, let's jump over to that. How did you get that gig at Martin? Can you tell us about that? Yeah, man.
It's funny because I went home to visit back to Texas for like a week. And me and my friend, my best friend, man, named Tuffy, man, I went to his house and we would watch. He had videotaped all the Martin shows. And man, I was on the floor dying, you know, laughing at Dragonfly Jones, because that's my favorite character. Man, I literally was on the floor, man, just crying, laughing. And then I came back to LA that week after, came back out here. And my agent called and said they want to see you on a audition for Martin. I said, cool. So I went to audition, man, and I did it one way. And Eileen Knight, that's the cast director, she said, well, can you do it something a little different? I say, yeah. So I did the little bruh, man, put the little flavor in and everything. So they took me over to Martin and the producers, man. I hit it. Man, they was in there rolling, man. First they was in there like hard, had their little hats to the side, looking all like, what you gonna do, man? You know, so rolling, man. I got hired on the spot that day, man. I ain't never get hired on the spot on any other gig. Usually they call your agent and tell you got it, man. They hired me that day on the spot, man. And that's how that happened, man. And when I did the first episode, you know, the white guy, man, John Cry, you know, the one played Sean on it. I think it was named Sean.
It was the boxing episode where he had the
Yeah, and he made a suggestion to Martin, you know, at the end when they all group hug. He said, man, you know, it'd be funny, man, if bruh man come in and hug and say, bruh man need love too. And that's how, man, the audience went crazy on that, man. That's how Martin kept bringing me back, man.